Namaskar, Jai Hind, fellow Indians. I am Dr. Sunny Datta Gupta, and just like you, I am very much concerned about the ongoing war between our country and our neighboring rogue nation, and feeling very proud of the Operation Sindoor conducted by our government and our brave soldiers of the armed forces. Now, I'm making this video just to contribute my bit as an individual towards this narrative war that has started post the temporary pause in Operation Sindoor. And although as an individual citizen, we cannot do what our armed forces are doing at the war front, but certainly as an individual, we can try our best to contribute our bit towards helping our country fight this global narrative war, which impacts our country overall in many different ways. I think Operation Sindoor was a tactical masterpiece by our government and very meticulously conducted by our armed forces. But the West portrays India as a loser and the rogue nation as a winner. And this is because what I believe is of their vested interest. Now, the West would do this narrative game to keep the arms and ammunition business to go on, because that is what their real motto is, as far I think. Because if there is peace in this region, if every country in Asia is prospering on their own, life would be very nice, and this global business of terrorism, I call it a business, and the related parallel business of selling of arms and ammunition and warfare equipments would go into the drains, and that what would hurt many countries in the West. So that's why they keep on pushing this narrative, and I believe at the end, if our leaders and China can think from that perspective, that it's probably divide and rule of the West, and maybe there are better solutions. Disintegration of the rogue nation can be is probably the need of the hour and maybe inevitable. And if that happens, this business of arms and ammunition would come into a standstill for a good amount of time, and there would be an overall prosperity. But time would tell what really happens. But as an individual in India, what we can do to help this cause within our own limits. The first and foremost thing is that we should support our government and our armed forces in whatever way we can. We should spread the real narratives of what happened in Operation Sindoor and how clearly India came on top. Watch the interviews of the likes of Tom Cooper or Yalda Hakim and share these as much as possible. Involve in healthy intellectual discussions with your friends, with your families, with your colleagues and neighbors to spread positive awareness. Oppose the fake narratives in whatever way possible on Twitter, and help the handle of PIB to burst the fake narratives by the Pakistanis. And basically stop watching the meaningless news channels who just host directionless panel interviews, and instead rather watch informative YouTube handles like the Sham Sharma show, or maybe Dhruv Rathi at times, to have counteractive or at times synergistic viewpoints as well. And very importantly, as an individual, we should really be buying the made in India products, especially the toys and the electronic equipments. You would, by doing so as an individual, you would not even realize how much help you would do to the Indian economy, but at the same time you would also hurt the economy of our adversaries. Last but not the least, we should boycott anything that is harmful for the country. Anything in any shape or any way which is harmful for the country. And to start with, you can really boycott and stop watching mainstream Bollywood movies or web series or reality shows. These people had no guts or feelings to support our armed forces or our government during Operation Sindoor. They are just quiet for so many days. They would jump on different so-called humanitarian grounds of other incidents, but not when the country needs. And last but not the least, try to contribute positively to your own sector, wherever, in whatever way you are working. I am from the medical publishing fraternity, and I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to work with the National Medical Commission, and I'm also trying to reach out to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and my company is where I work is trying to do our best for dissemination of quality clinical content for our scientists and doctors, and you should try to replicate the same in your sector to strengthen the company. Hopefully someday I will be able to reach out to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and do my best, and you should try your best in your own way. Jai Hind.